Hello, survivors. Time flies, and you're now watching the 10th episode of The Garage. It's a very significant event for us, and so is the program for today. You're in for a close-up look at the game's Machineguns, a report on the new long-awaited faction, and a special activity. Are you intrigued enough? Then get comfy and get ready to know everything straight from the devs. Also, subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell icon and tell your friends. It's the Garage Anniversary episode. Load your guns, people. We're rolling out. Survivors, here's a moment we've been waiting for so long. A new faction has been saving strength all this time and is now joining the battles of the wastes. Its members are smart, disciplined, and well organized. They possess knowledge and experience others can only dream of, and they'll no longer hide in the shadows. They are Dawn Children. After the catastrophe, some people acquired genius invention skills. People of intellectual work were the first to notice that. For a while, university campuses, closed cities, and large labs turned into branches of the world of the future. That is, until the very moment they began to resemble an amusement park in a lunatic asylum. The virus was forcefully changing people. So-called gadgeteers were getting crazy faster than anyone else and ran away into the wastes, leaving unfinished genius works. Some of those exploded, others were copied. But not everyone got crazy or became a victim of their own experiments. A group of scientists under the leadership of Riley found a way to postpone madness and withstand the deadly effect of the wastes. They gradually gathered more and more survivors under their banners. Talented scientists, engineers, and other craftsmen, unable to protect themselves. Boundless curiosity made them put on protective outerwear and set forth as far as possible, where no one could stop their wild experiments. Some stayed at the border and traded with other factions. During the next several years, scientists had amassed a substantial number of artifacts and learned to use some of them. Now they possess an amazing variety of machinery, both familiar military and revolutionary new. Dawn Children is an intellectual elite of the wastes. Their ultimate goal is unknown. But with every year, they get stronger and continue to drive the wastes for something or someone. The faction rides immediately stand out on a battlefield. A common movement on wheels or caterpillar is not for them. Dawn Children float over the ground using their unique invention called hovers. Their weaponry is a blasting mix of materials at hand and breakthrough technologies. When the survivors see their inventions, they can't help but marvel. Tesla cannon literally roasts the enemies with a lightning. Plasma emitter hits the enemy with luminous exploding balls. Their scope can eliminate crafts, while the energy shield is a phenomenal breakthrough in defense technologies. The works of scientists are a subject for a separate episode. We'll analyze all the parts in the next video, and as for now, let's talk about Riley, the mysterious faction leader. No one really knows who or what is inside his protective suit. Similarly, nothing is known about his life before the disaster. Actually, even his gender is not certain. What can we be certain about? Well, Riley is a head of one of the laboratories of Caucasus Corporation, which studies the wreckage of an unidentified aircraft. He's created protective overalls, counteracting the deadly effect of the wastes. The chief expert of the Crossout has managed to keep a spotless and brilliant mind, as well as become a key figure in unification of Dawn Children. One can say that Riley is the world's hope for revival, the harbinger of new beginning, a gleam of progress amongst the decay and cruelty. But the true motives of this mysterious character are yet to be discovered. While we're still at it, let's announce a new creativity contest. So you now know about a new faction of scientists. These guys desperately need one crucial thing: a slogan. What would that be? From what you've just learned, you just might have an idea. Hence, don't hesitate to write your ideas in the comments. 3 authors of the most concise, resonant, and flashy mottos will get 200 in-game gold each. Don't linger. Your rivals have already started thinking. Survivors. We've noticed that you've liked a lot our detailed analysis of shotguns in one of the previous episodes. So this time we've decided to make a similar rating of the game's machine guns. You've already met many of them in previous videos. As of today, there are 6 machine guns in the game: SM Hornet, LM54 Cord, MM54 Vector, ST-M23 Defender, Spectre 2, and Caucasus. There are also a couple of miniguns: MG13 Equalizer and Reaper. Hornet is the least effective regular machine gun. Small damage, only 52 points of structure, and 150 points of power are good enough for beginners only. There are a couple of pros here though. This weapon requires only 2 points of energy and is given to every player for free. It can't be bought, crafted, or sold. A bit better is Cord with 60 points of structure, increased damage, 240 points of power, and the same energy as Hornet. A good option for precision strikes at the enemy in a medium-range battle. Cord can be crafted for some scraps or got in battle. Vector is a rare grade gun. To craft it on the Nomad's workbench, you'll need several regular parts, scraps, and copper. This machine gun is easily the most popular. It's recognized for the fact that with only 3 points of energy, it deals a little less damage than the epic Spectre 2. However, 74 points of structure are disappointing. Another Nomad's machine gun, Defender, completely lacks this drawback. 153 points of structure is an impressive number for this category. With such ambitious characteristics, it requires only 3 points of energy. Defender is a frontal weapon, which means it has a limited fire angle. This is the reason it's not as common on Survivor's crafts as some other machine guns. A twin machine gun, Spectre 2, falls in the epic category. This gun deals increased damage at the cost of a higher energy drain of 4 points. Each hit increases the next one's damage by 5%, which stacks up to 10 times, or until you miss. It's a good gun, which requires the 5th level of Nomad's reputation and a couple of ammo boxes, attack drones, and vectors. You also need wires, copper, and scraps. The last unusual epic machine gun, Caucasus, is crafted by Steppenwolfs. Cool thing about it is that the AI automatically aims and attacks the closest enemy. For this reason, it's better used against lone targets. Has the highest structure and damage points among all the machine guns. The drawbacks? Well, it's a short-range gun, and it requires 4 points of energy. As you might have guessed, it's also going to cost you. You'll need 6 rare-grade parts, copper, wires, and scraps. Now for the miniguns. MG13 Equalizer is an epic gun of Nomads. It's not the toughest, but 3 points of energy allow to install Equalizer on the majority of crafts. This minigun is easy to use. It also has maximum fire rate and overheating threshold. Though it needs time to spin up barrels, the longer the weapon fires, the higher its damage. And after 7 seconds of uninterrupted shooting, damage increases to 2 times the amount. Impressive, isn't it? Well, then you gotta see the Reaper. This legendary minigun has the highest rate of fire and projectile velocity, while every 10th projectile penetrates up to 2 meters of armor. 380 points of structure impress. However, 6 points of energy are a bit discouraging. Compared to Equalizer, Reaper deals twice the damage, but don't forget about the limited ammo. To get this one, you'll need 5 epic parts, 2 vortex cannons, 2 small caterpillars, and a powerful Mach 2 engine, as well as scraps, copper, and a lot of wires. Here's a comparison table of all the guns for clarity, and of course, a couple of last things. Machine guns as main weaponry are suitable for close and medium-range battles. When it comes to long-range rides, they usually serve as additional weapons for close-range protection. Due to the structure points, the frontal machine gun Defender is better installed on a well-armored craft, while Vector works better on a speedy one. Finally, the efficiency of a craft with machine guns and miniguns can be increased with a radiator or a cooler. Good things never last. So does our celebration. A huge thank you to everyone watching, listening, and learning during these 10 episodes of our show. We're determined to massively increase this number. This is why we're always happy to see you here in a week, ever ready for new discoveries in the world of Crossout. Don't forget to leave your congrats, questions, and slogans in the comments. Be seeing ya.